Hello everyone, it's Braveheart. Welcome to another stream, I guess. uh, and so yeah, I know it's been a while since I've actually did another bad game stream. In fact, I think my last one was Lifeline, if I remember correctly. But yeah. It took me a while to think of what to play next, and I think I may have found one. It's basically a game called Under Depths of Fear, which is basically a horror game, and I put that in quotations because yeah, I also don't think it's a very good horror game. And I chose not to do this on Halloween because I am not giving it that satisfaction. So yeah, this is gonna be something. Yeah. Headphones required for optimal. Yeah, I don't think you would want to. In fact, speaking of which, I might actually want to readjust the audio on this. In fact, we'll get to that very soon. But yeah, I personally would not recommend playing this game with headphones. And in fact, you'll probably see why as we get into this. Oh wow, that's lovely. I just immediately click. I just click the settings option, and it immediately goes back to its default window setting. God. Yeah. Like another thing about this that I noticed, like you might be able to see this, but the scroll bar is the menu is blurred up so much I can't even see the scroll bar at all. Like it just makes me wonder, why does it gotta be like that?
Indeed.
Anyway, so yeah, because of that whole nuisance, I've got to readjust the window on OBS again. But yeah, there's a lot of other problems with this game, and we'll get into that as we go. So yeah, there's not really any new game option, so we have to start over by selecting the chapter. The memoir, I will get into that after this playthrough, because this game isn't even that long. But yeah, we'll just start. That's how long this game is. Only 7 levels. I mean, I know I shouldn't really expect that much, considering this game was made only by a handful of people, but even then, but anyway, let's just get into this. Hope you guys are ready for some, I don't know, Under Depths of Fear. Okay, let's do this. Wow, the blur on that pocket watch. That is amazing. Okay, so we basically start out in a wheelchair. I assume being pushed by some World War I veteran, other veterans, I guess. So yeah, you're. Hold on. Cutscene.
Bloody hell! The blasted door will not open anymore. We can't carry the damn bastard up on the stairs. Aye, leave the bloody fool. No use for men like him at home. Let the bastard rot in his chair.
oh yeah, sure, the ship is going down, and yet, and yet you're just like, yeah, leave the guy in his wheelchair, let him die.
Yeah, that does not make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. So basically, how this game is that you're basically a World War I veteran that's haunted by his past, all the while he's trying to escape a sinking ocean liner. So yeah. So yeah, I could probably just go over here if I wanted to, but nope, nope, invisible wall. You can't go there yet. Yeah, the door won't open anymore. The blasted door will not open anymore. Well, that's because it's locked, geniuses. And I'm pretty sure the elevators are out of service too. So yeah, I've got to wake myself up, and all I have to do is just pick up this flask and. Yeah, I was just a little dehydrated. That's it. All's well now. Oh yeah, even if you got through this gate, I'm pretty sure you would have nowhere to go because the stairway just leads right into the ceiling. I know modeling is hard, but would it really be that much to ask to create a corridor that kind of trails off to make it look like there's actually more to the ship? Yeah, that just kind of irritates me.
Yeah, the moment I saw that, my face is just like, what?
Yeah.
It's bad enough already there's an invisible wall, but now there's no way up there on those stairs. So much immersion breaking already.
Yeah, and the fact that those railings inside the elevator are just clipping into each other, yeah, that's also another thing. So yeah, we've got to get off this ship. So basically, from the start of the game, you're supposed to go through this sequence of doors, and one of the stupidest things is that this happens a lot, by the way. But you're supposed to go through these sequence of doors. You're supposed to go into to these rooms, pick up like a note or something, and then another door just automatically unlocks itself. It's so stupid. Like, ooh. Also, get this. So, I actually need to find the code for this lock. You would think it would actually be some kind of lock combination, but actually no. Get this. The locks in this game, and I do mean every single lock, how you unlock them, it's only a single number. That's it. So yeah, I can just randomly guess. I can just randomly guess every single number and just eventually unlock the thing. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, just like that. I'm sorry, Masaki.
Oh, I said lazy ship design.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure. I am fairly certain that the company that made those locks probably went out of business, or they probably got sued, or something like that.
Oh, it's all out.
So yeah, apparently you're supposed to go through one of these other rooms first to get the code. In fact, I might as well go through these other rooms because just to get some matches because you actually need matches in this game because a lot of the areas in this game are just dark. Half of which sometimes there's just no points in the darkness, other than spooky. Okay, so... Oh, good. I got a projector slide. So, yeah, the projector slides are basically how you unlock the memoir, if you even care about that, but which I will get into that a little later on. But yeah, another thing that kind of bugs me about this game, like I mentioned before the stream, is the inconsistency of the graphics. Like some parts of the environment, like these blanket wrinkles, they look all right for the most part. Aside from the fact that sometimes they clip through the folds, they clip through each of the folds and some other stuff. But other than that, they're kind of fine. But other objects like the sink just look awful. I'm guessing it's because they couldn't fit in more polygons.
Look at all the polygons they got.
Yeah, it looks really jarring.
It really does.
Yeah. So yeah, after I go into this room, then all of a sudden the door over here. Oh, my mistake. Okay, never mind. It's this door. My mistake. So, yeah, matches. Then, all of a sudden, after I pick up those matches, this door unlocks. Like, bear in mind, this door was actually locked earlier. It only unlocked after I picked up those matches. It's so dumb. And over here, I find a picture of a defiled platoon. Creepy. Also, here's another thing about rotating objects. This actually goes for every single scrap of paper, by the way. But every single scrap of paper that you find in this game is completely untextured on the other side, and it's especially obvious with pieces of paper that are noticeably torn. They'll appear all right, they'll appear torn on one side and then completely all right on the other. And not to mention the controls for rotating the thing are just, it's not that great. Like, how shall I describe it? Like, moving the mouse up and down basically turns it left and right at an angle. Then moving the mouse up and down rotates it left or right at an angle, and then moving the mouse right or left basically rotates it.
That is strange.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another example. Look at that chair. Just look at the top of that chair.
Somebody just like slice a piece of it off or something.
Either that or the geometry just got fucked with. I mean, if there's one good thing about this game, at least it does kind of make me want to try out 3D modeling again.
Yeah.
So yeah, after we pick up that picture of the defiled platoon, there was actually a gate here. Now all of a sudden it's gone. So I guess we'll go this way for the time being. Yeah, that's the sound effect for turning on a light.
Boom.
Boom.
I click a boom.
Yep. Feast your eyes on this glorious ship they are transporting us on. Yeah, they said the same thing about the Titanic, and yeah, that did not end very well. So after I pick up that card, now all of a sudden the gate's back, and there was no sound effect for the gate closing. Like, okay. And I guess this dresser just fell over, and yeah, I guess this dresser fell over, and yeah. Riveting. Yeah. Just a random gramophone playing in the background.
If you're trying to unsettle us, not doing a very good job.
Indeed. I mean, to be very, I will be perfectly fair, at least. In all other fairness of this game, at least, from what I understand, the whole story basically involves the fact that Alexander, yes, that's the character's name, Alexander is basically hallucinating. Although it... yeah, he is basically hallucinating a lot of this, although it still... although it doesn't really excuse the odd-level design.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's your code for the lock 6. Just again, just a single number. Okay, let's see here. 12 hours discovery, patient conscious. Patient started developing infection around wound area. He slowly started screaming. That developed into a continuous scream of agony. What?
How do you slowly start screaming?
Like that, I guess. I don't even know. Patient was found dead in his bed, in his ward bed. So yeah, and every now and then we have these gramophones that we can play that basically give us a bit of extra backstory into the game, and yeah, wasn't this audio?
Tell me, what is your name? I do not know. I know it was our father. He left me. What happened? He cursed me of death upon us. You're very much alive, sir. There is no life any longer. He left us in the dark. So what exactly proceeded? There is one devil, and there is to condemn others to his will. And he will no longer live, and will reign in eternity. What is the meaning of that? Is there a meaningful delivery or something? I can feel he's watching.
He's watching. Yeah. So yeah, the audio for the gramophones, I will be perfectly honest. It literally sounds like the voice actor It literally sounds like the voice actor recorded his audio on one of those old headsets that I used to use for my older videos. and they put a really bad filter over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's especially apparent with some of the later ones too, because in some of the other ones you can really hear this awful popping during when you're listening to them. And it's, and to make it worse, that's exactly the reason why I would not recommend playing this game with headphones, because the popping can hurt your ears so bad that you have to go into another room in game just so it won't hurt as much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the game only got one patch, by the way, and so everyone who's played this game has complained about it, and they didn't fix it. I will say this, in the patch, for the patch that's the patch, they only added one thing to the game. And we'll get into that as we go. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh boy.
Yep. So according to this evacuation plan, the A route is the route that we started out right next, like next to the down elevator and the locked gate. It's with a stairway that just led into the ceiling. The B route, only use B route in lockdown. Which I'm gonna tell you, the B route, it also doesn't make any sense, because the B route actually leads right into the engine room, which should be flooding, with water, because according to this note right here, the ship was actually hit by a torpedo. Although I will tell you this much, like, if the ship were hit by a torpedo, it would not take very long for it to go down. Now, I know this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was saying, oh boy.
Yeah, it would not take very long for a ship like this to go down at all, because the Lusitania, for instance, took like 15 minutes to go down when it was hit by a torpedo, and not only that, but I also sunk a whole bunch of ships in U-boat when I played that. And the largest ship that I sunk in that game was a battleship, and with 5 torpedoes, it went down in just mere minutes. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they want us to use the B route in the event of a lockdown, which this also has a lock gate, so your only option is through an air vent. Which, okay, what if there are still stragglers on board?
Very good question.
Yeah. But then again, it's not like those. It's not like those guys who left me in my wheelchair gave a fuck about me in the first place.
Yep.
Access door under repair. Do not run into door. What?
Do not run into door.
That is the.
What, do people actively slam into this thing just for the heck of it?
That might actually be one of the dumbest things ever, to be honest. at least one of them. Not the dumbest thing, but it's one of them. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do not run into the door. I am. That is probably going to be a meme now, isn't it?
If this game were more popular, it probably would have became a meme.
Yep. All right. So we're down in the engine room, which they say to use the B route in the event of a lockdown, but why take the route through the engine room? It's probably going to be filling up with water in any moment. Especially if the ship was hit by a torpedo.
Yeah, whoever designed this thing, they did a pretty poor job.
Yeah. Either that or they just didn't research very far.
Yeah, developers must have didn't research it too well. But even then, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh my god, the boilers. Those boilers. That's like Nintendo 64 graphics.
Oh wow, you're right.
That might actually be the most ugly thing in the entire game.
What, did they think that when you're walking past here, you wouldn't pay any attention to this?
Indeed. This is the kind of thing that's... this is honestly the kind of thing that's... that would be... that's... This is honestly the kind of thing you would probably see off in the distance, not up close.
Yeah.
So yeah, blueprints. That looks more like a drawing than a set of blueprints. In all honesty.
Yeah, it does.
So the breach was in the way back of the stern. You've got some hull damage, kind of close to the middle. Oh, hello. Hello. Hey, what's going on? I heard something. I want to play too. Yeah, to be honest, they're hardly that... even the enemies in this game, I will be honest, they're hardly that much of a threat. Because they're hardly ever that much of a threat, and we'll get into we'll get into that as we go. Even if you run around like an idiot after the door closes behind you, it's supposed to be like there's one of the monsters outside, but he never comes in and gets you. So yeah. Yay, more matches. But yeah, that scare is just there just cause. So, yeah.
Just unnerve you a little bit.
Yeah. But anyway, here's the second gramophone, and I'm going to move out of the room because oh boy. Just listen to that popping. You want to know another game that actually took place in the same time period? BioShock Infinite. And they were able to do gramophone sound effects much better than this.
Yeah.
Riveting. Hello? I hear you. Let me out of here already. I want to play too. I'll drag you down to hell. Okay, you're just gone. Okay, bye. Bye then. So yeah, you're just standing outside the door just to unlock it, and then you're just gone. Okay. Just give up on me. I'll swallow your soul. Alright, let's just get out of this engine room. Oh, I kind of missed it, but I kind of missed talking about it, but there was actually the same life jacket model that was actually supposed to look like it was hanging over one of the beds earlier. Instead, the other side of the life jacket was actually clipping right through the bed.
Wow.
Yeah. I kind of missed showing it off, but yeah, it's there. Yeah, here's another thing that's also kind of irritating is part of the level design. Literally half the doors that you come across in this game are just locked. So you don't even know what doors you have to go through and what ones you don't. So a lot of the time you're just stumbling all around the level until you figure out where to go. Ooh, flashing lights. I wonder what's gonna happen. Okay then, that light's just gonna go out. So we basically have a watertight door here. Yeah. Yeah, you have the B route. It's for in the event of lockdown, and you have to go through a watertight door, even though that's only going to cause the ship to sink faster. And I wonder how I solve this puzzle. Dude. Just hit the switches until the lights pop up. Oh yeah, by the way, this running animation. You know anyone who runs like this?
No. Yeah, life run like that.
So that's your idea of a scare, huh? Just blasting out my eardrums with a burst pipe. Wonderful. And it's not like the steam hurts you either. It's just annoying.
Indeed.
Jeez. This looks nothing like an engine room. Not even aboard one of those old ocean liners. Especially, that's another thing. Why would the telegraphs be in an area where? That's another thing that kind of questions me. Why would the telegraphs be in an area where that's not even anywhere close to the engines? Yeah.
Yeah.
And over here we get our first actual flooding sequence. The water effects. Whee! It's awful. Yeah, that is... say what you will, but those water effects are just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you take too long, if you take too long in this area, the water does eventually rise, which I do like. But then it kind of kills the immersion once you go past a certain point. Like, once you go up this ladder. Once you go up that ladder. Okay, never mind. Not quite yet. But once you go past a certain point on this catwalk. Look at that. Water's no longer rising.
But what about the threatening feeling of drowning to death?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is underwater, by the way. It's not even an actual effect. It's just a Keller. Yeah, there are no actual effects of... there are no actual effects of being underwater. It's just a Keller.
They just give the screen the blue tints.
Yeah. Good to know that. Good to know that the watertight doors can just close like that.
Oh.
And now this is my Gears of War moment because I'm pretty much stuck slow walking. I can't even sprint. Yes, Alexander, yes, Alexander, all those soldiers who die on the battlefield in World War I, it's all your fault. I don't think, to be honest, I don't even think it's even explained in the game. Like for Alexander to be responsible for this many, for the deaths of so many soldiers, like, what was his rank in the military? Oh. Hello? Hello? Okay, bye. Damn it, I wanted to play. Okay, so at least now the water, it's kind of giving a hint that the water is still rising. Well, in this case it is, but yeah. But the thing is, the water only loads back in after, the water only loads back in right after that sequence is done. Okay, I'm seriously wondering what a painting like this would be doing down in the engine room. So yeah, flip all the switches, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, the game doesn't even penalize you for throwing the wrong switch.
All of them will leave.
Yep. Okay, at least I will give them the game credit. At least the reflections on the water are kind of cool, at least. But yeah, the water effects are just not that great.
Yeah. Yeah, reflections are neat looking at least.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder why the rest of the game didn't get so much effort, though.
Yeah. Well, my best guess is that they made like especially with the small team they were that they were working with. In fact, to my knowledge, the game was only made by a handful of people, and unfortunately, I'm willing to believe that some parts of this game were rushed because they wanted this out by Halloween. I'm not even kidding. This actually released on October 31st. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, which it didn't necessarily have to be like that. They could have at least delayed it to work on it a little more.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on Halloween.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, now we're pretty much in the cargo hold. Do not run into the door. That is still going to be a meme for me till the end of time. Also, this is another thing, is that in order for it to work, you have to run into those doors at the right angle, because otherwise it won't register and you have to back up and try again. It's kind of finicky.
Oh, well.
At least this blueprint is actually a lot better than the one down, a lot better looking than the one downstairs.
That is true.
And of course, well, why wouldn't he be frightened? I mean, war is hell.
Yeah, not exactly a picnic.
Hmm. McDonald, a godlike creature who contain only Lucifer himself. Beware the sound of cloves. By the way, I will tell you that never ever comes up again in the game at all.
This need not be a solitary topic for you. For your departure, there's a need for you to dispense with me. Now tell me. I heard them speak of it. You was there.
Makes me wonder what they had in mind.
Put on this arm and chase the those who bent for themselves only. Never that I see.
There is one thing right after this gramophone thing, though.
What don't? They spoke of him after the murder was committed. After countless lives were lost in the actions of one. They said he roamed that man's land, slowly peering into every man's life or body. Those who still live no more after he had passed. Searching he was, they said, but the one was sided with his very own confidence, Lucifer himself. Therefore, listen, you can hear the permanent hoops. Now these are just dark tales, possibly from you alone. Careful to speak of evil this way. One doesn't know the terrors of sudden death until you see it. Darkness arises long before men are buried in their graves. Those clever people find those at guilt. Okay, take it. Sweep it. This will not construct no wrong. Make sure it's gone.
Oh, hello. So yeah, you hear the cloven hooves. You hear the cloven hooves, like, I suppose, in the vessel jail, but this door is locked. And the thing is, it's only a sound effect. I'm not even kidding. This never ever comes up again in the entire, for the rest of the game.
So they're just trying to make you believe that the devil is wandering the ship.
Yeah. Oh my god. Compared to the other signs on the ship, that is probably the worst sign I've ever seen. It literally looks like it was drawn in MS Paint.
Oh god, it does.
Mm-hmm. Like, here's the thing. Some of the other signs on that you find aboard the ship, like some are some are actually done in different font. It's like some are just written in Times New Roman, which makes sense, but they really couldn't have done the same as for the post office.
Looks like a Charles Crayon drawing.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, is the inconsistency with the graphics. Like I was saying before, most objects look fine, while others like that just look awful. So, oh yeah, that's, here's another example. Yeah, G-Deck. This one is just written in Times New Roman. While, yep, there's the post office. Then there's the sign for G-Deck. Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yep.
Alright. So yeah, we can't exactly go up these stairs because there's another lock gate, even though there should be, even though this should technically be the B route in the event of a lockdown. Oh, hello. Yeah. What's up? Let's see here. Dare not look around. Oh, gee. I wonder what's going to happen if I do. Hello? Hey, come back here. I want to play. Okay, bye. Did you see that, by the way? He just... he was meant to actually just vanish from around the corner, but he just popped out of existence after his animation was done.
Supposed to be a Ooga Booga, but yeah, he just disappears. They should have allowed you to be able to chase him around there like that.
Mm-hmm. Like, you would think that if you try to chase after him, you would die, but you don't.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm saying. A lot of the times in this game, the enemies aren't even that much of a threat. I mean, there are some times where you can get killed by the enemies, but even then, they're pretty easy to avoid. Yeah. This is my exact complaint with the enemies in this game. In fact, the scares in general. The scares only come up in predetermined. They only come up in pre-scripted points throughout this game, and to be honest, that to me is not scary. Take a look at Alien Isolation, for instance. That game actually does horror so well because a lot of the time the xenomorph was unpredictable, and you had no idea where he was going to pop up or how he was going to follow you.
Yeah. Something like this here is way too predictable. It's like, do not turn around. Well, of course, that means there's going to be something behind you to spook you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that to me is just not scary, because you already know what's coming up. Alright. The cart was actually supposed. So yeah, there's a little bit of an effect here that's at least I like. I mean, I do like the effect that it actually shows the ship tilting the further you progress in the game. That's actually pretty cool, because it actually does give you the feeling that the ship is sinking. But yeah, the cart was supposed to slide towards that wall, but it just. I'm guessing it got stuck on the suitcase, or just glitched out. But let me help with that. There we go. So yeah, more locked, another locked door. Yeah, another thing about the level design is that every now and then you'll come across these just these random hallways that literally just lead to nothing. It doesn't even have have any doors or anything else or anything else in its place. It's just kind of pointless. Yep, there's that same life jacket model again, just clipping through the wall. And I got another slide. Alright. So more matches. Crouch under tables to hide from danger. Oh.
I wonder what that means.
Yep. So yeah, apparently the lights go out because I guess the ship is losing power. Yep. So yeah, this guy comes out, and now we're gonna go ahead and just hide under that table. Oh, never mind. He's just You actually saw that right. He just he just popped out of existence the moment I went under the table.
Yeah. The very moment he went underneath the table, he just vanished.
Yeah.
And you got there playing the sound effect of as if he's still walking around out there.
Yeah. So yeah, we grab these keys and yeah, now we can move on. But yeah, that's an. I mean, you can't actually die from that guy if you just linger about. But I'm not even kidding. As long as you stay under a table when enemies are around. Nice effect nice effect of the rats running away from the water, at least. But yeah, as long as you stay under a table when those guys are around, they literally cannot touch you.
A few bright spots here and there.
Yeah. Although the only thing though is that they don't even search under the tables. That's the only thing. So yeah, the water's rising, and there's a bit of a thing that I have to show off. So, okay, so this is actually a bit of a bug that I found earlier, but apparently. Once I take a little bit of a step in this room, the game locks me in with an invisible wall. But basically, if you do it just right, to kind of trigger it, and if you go back downstairs, the water just vanishes. It's like it was never there at all. I actually found that out in my practice run. They put this invisible wall here just to stop you from actually seeing that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now all of a sudden there's just all these grave sites popped into existence. Daddy, why did you kill your why did you murder your platoon? I don't think most of these. I don't even think most of this was his fault, to be honest. Because I mean, yes, he cowered, but yes, he cowered in fear. But I think a lot of these. I think a lot of the soldiers who died mainly got killed of their own accord.
Most likely.
Yeah. Especially since the Germans were gunning for them in the first place. So yeah, you turn on this light and all that just vanishes. It's just a bedroom now. Okay, so I wonder if I can actually get this. I wonder if I can actually get this to glitch out. So, once at the moment you pick up this thing, those heads will actually turn to face you. Come on. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can actually get this to glitch out. Come on, let me do it. Let me do it. Okay. Okay, I guess I can't do it. I mean, at least it's not that incompetent. So yeah, apparently the second life act that they were talking about. Apparently, it actually explains the dead soldiers that are chasing you, which apparently have come back from the dead to get their revenge. But yeah, the moment you pick up that thing, those heads just turn to face you. I was really kind of hoping I would be able to get it to glitch out to where. And so where once I picked it up, the heads just immediately popped to face you. Oh well. I honestly wanted to see if I could glitch it out. So yeah, we have another flooding area here, but this water does not rise until after a certain event. At least the good news is I do like the ambiance of the ship sinking, like the metal grinding and like the metal grinding sound effects and whatnot. At least when they're not cutting out, which sometimes they do. Yeah, at least when the sound effects are not cutting out. Oh, a door just opened from the water currents. I wonder where I should go. Oh. Oh yeah, by the way, probably should point this out real quick before anything else. So yeah, this is where I came from. This area is completely open, by the way. Just keep that in mind for later. I'm actually going to show you something here because it, like the running into doors to break them open. That's not even the dumbest thing in this game. The dumbest thing is going to be coming up very shortly. You're going to love it. Alright. So we're going to go down this corridor and... Interesting. Oh. I wasn't able to get to glitch out the heads earlier, but I can at least watch this dummy watch this dummy real quick. Just watch the dummy in the background. Yep, it's just gone now. Riveting. Oh, here you are again. Hello. Okay, bye. Yes. Hello again.
Booga booga.
The door just snaps shut.
You feel frightened yet?
Simple answer, no. Alright, and... Yep, there's another dumb slide. Hey, get back here. Alright, so there's the keys that we need that we need for that door upstairs. Okay, so here we go. So now apparently there's a locked gate. There's a locked gate here just for no reason at all. And get this, this isn't even the dumb like I said, the like going through the running into the doors to get them open. That's not even the dumbest part. Guess how you get past this gate? You have to crouch underneath it. I'm not even kidding. The first time I played this, I actually died a couple times before I figured this out. The only hint that you have for the only hint that you have for stuff like this is on the death screens, and that's it. Beyond that, you're just left to figure this out on your own. Like, yeah, crouching to get through a gate. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is exactly why I chose this game for Shovelware madness.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep. And again, another hallway that just leads to nowhere. More locked doors. Oh, hello. Goodbye. So yeah, we actually need to get to get a fuse. Wow, look at those low poly light bulbs. Nice. So yeah, we need a fuse for that, and mainly just activate the cargo lift. So yeah, we have cargo lift 1 and cargo lift 2. Like, there's only one lift.
Yep.
Unless you're counting for both. Unless you're counting for both of these. Surprisingly, it doesn't go all the way to the top. To the top deck of the ship. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, you'll never guess what the cargo deck leads to. Just take a guess.
The passengers' rooms.
No, for some reason it just leads to the second class pool area.
That makes no sense.
Now, even from a ship designer perspective, it even for the Titanic, the pool area was I don't know, located like towards the middle of the ship.
Yeah.
And I really have no idea where we are. Like, I think we're pretty much in the aft part of the ship. The pool area was located close to the bow. Huh? Alright. Any other slides I can pick up? Yep. Oh, no, never mind. Just more matches. Yeah. Which is helpful, I guess. Yep, there's another slide. I knew it. So, let's see here. So far we went through we went through a few scares that were not threatening in the slightest. We also went through a few flooding sections, which, in all honesty, the flooding sections are probably by far they're probably by far the scariest part of the game because they actually have some sort of tension to them, because you actually have to get out of the you actually have to get out of the rooms as quickly as possible before your character drowns. That's probably the best part about the game. The monsters, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the scares in this game always appear at predetermined they always appear at predetermined points, which again, that's never scary for me. Hello again. Okay, goodbye. Okay, you're just gonna vanish like like the rest of them, I guess. So yeah, the moment I pick up those keys, this door just immediately closes again because that guy that just came stumbling through that hallway, he now just appears in this particular room, and I can't even open the door. So yeah, and this is another door that we actually have to run through. Yeah, knock all you want. Okay then. So yeah, this is an... Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me in.
So yeah, this is actually a bit of a trap because you actually have to run through this door because if you go back out, you will actually die. Although this is actually a very good opportunity to for me to show you what happens when you do die. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, just he pins you down to the ground, and yeah, that's it.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is probably the most awkward death animation I've probably ever seen in all my years of gaming.
Same from me. There are scenes in it. Odd.
Mhm. But anyway, on with this part for reals this time. Yeah, that sign just disappears the moment you run through this door, which that's still the dumbest thing ever. So let me get this straight. This is a dressing room, right, for the pool, but there are two doors on both sides, and one of them just leads right into the passenger room. What? Oh, well, one of them leads right into yeah, second class cabins. What?